Yo, yo, what's good, peeps? Team K here, back for another video. This is my hip hop CD collection, part 12, the final part, where I'm gonna show y'all the non-jewel case releases. Yeah, like I said, like I promised, I'm gonna do this before the end of February. Here we are in the beginning of February, and yeah, I thought I might as well gonna do this shit right now while I have the time to do so and keep my word. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's get it started, shall we? So, the first album for today is Imperius Rex by Sean Price. Posthumous album, that was released like a year or so after Sean Price's death. And yeah, amazing fucking record. In my opinion, also one of like the top 3 best posthumous hip hop records of all time. This is one that was handled with so much love and care, you know what I'm saying? And this is an album that you can tell that Sean Price had a huge importance to Duck Down, you know what I'm saying? And Duck Down, they knew that shit. And they tried to make extra sure that this album comes out the right way. And I mean, even the way they did the CD release for this one, it's just amazing. Put like a whole bunch of pictures in it. You know what I mean? It's just a celebration of his life, basically. And yeah, man. And Duck Down would not be Duck Down what it is today if it wasn't for Sean Price. I mean, he held it down for Duck Down. You know what I mean? For the Boot Camp Click. You know what I mean? Just amazing. Unfortunately, I don't have the version that came with the coin, you know what I'm saying, because there was another version of this that came with a coin, you know what I'm saying. It was inserted with some copies, but I got the regular one without the coin, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Then we got Lord Finesse, the SP1200 Project Deluxe Edition. This is the first disc is a collection of then unreleased beats from the Awakening era, it's like the mid-90s. And yeah, and the second disc includes instrumentals of well-known songs produced by Lord Finesse. You know what I mean? It's just really dope, man. Really, really dope. Released by Slice of Spice Records from the UK, I think. The only thing is my copy over time got some scratches on it, man. Kind of sucks, but the music is amazing, so it's not that big of a deal. Then we got Blackalicious with A2G. I think this is an EP that came out in 1999. Amazing record, big fan of Blackalicious, Chief Exile and Gift of Gap, of course. This one has the amazing song Alphabet Aerobics on it, but also the title track A2G is really dope. Then we got an instrumental album, How It Should Sound, by Damu the Fudgemunk. This is the first real retail project that he released, and this is fantastic stuff, man. It includes beats that he produced from 03 to 08, I believe. Just insanely good production, man. Vintage with like Damu once said, with a new twist on it. It's just beautiful, man. And we got Supply for Demand. This is a compilation that he released after How It Should Sound. A bunch of instrumentals, some vocal tracks that he did with Inside. That's some dope shit. Then we got Kilawatt Volume 1.5. This was originally released as a 12-inch single or EP, something like that. And obviously it was stretched out to a compilation right here. Got a few Wonka beats on here, man. Some instrumentals, bonus tracks and all that. And this little CD, it also came with a bonus 7-inch, which I have here somewhere, you know what I mean? Then we got Redef Remixes, which is, 5 remixes produced by Damu the Fudgemunk. And you also got the instrumentals on them. I really, really love track number 1, Wings, the Redef remix by Exile. Then we got Spur Overtime by Damu the Fudgemunk. Now this is a selection of beats from the Spare Time and Overtime instrumental albums. Basically like the cover says here, re-inspired, re-recorded, redesigned, and redefined, just updated versions basically of some of the beats from these 2 albums, Spare Time, Overtime. And yeah, this is some really dope shit. I really like this one a lot. Just like this, How It Should Sound, volume 3, 4, and 5. Also, like it says here, includes the bonus EP, How It Should Sound, Abyss. It's just 2 hours of straight up raw, vintage sounding, boom bap, funky hip hop beats. It's dope as fuck. Then we got an EP, Spur Momento trailer by Damu the Fudgemunk. 7-track EP right here. This is kind of like the predecessor to this, Vignettes by Damu the Fudgemunk. And this is really dope, man. This is another 2-hour project but full of amazingly crafted instrumentals. The beats on here are so thoughtful, kind of thought-provoking, dark, deep. It's just amazing, man. It's one of my favorite instrumental albums of all time, right on par with Introducing by DJ Shadow and Donuts by J Dilla. Super underrated if you ask me. And then we got Ears Here Spears by Insight, produced by Damu. This was an album that they actually pitched to Trash Records back in 05, 06. And yeah, back then this album was supposed to come out according to Damu the Fudgemunk and Insight, but they pitched it to Trash Records, like I said, and Trash Records, they turned it down. Basically said, record another album, and that's what they did. That's how we ended up with Travel at Your Own Pace by Wise Society. Then we got some German dopeness up in here. This is Klaus, man, with his debut album, The Adventures of Captain Crook. And already, man, like with his first album, he worked with Blue on this. Very jealous, man, because just like Klaus, man, I'm a German, also make beats on my own, and this dude is a legend in these German underground circles, bro. I fucking love Klaus, man. He's such a dope producer, psychedelic beats, just hard ass hitting drums and shit, man. Just fucking dope as hell, man. And then we got For the People Like Us and Restless Adventures, 2 albums in one. You know what I'm saying? They're all put onto one disc, and this is really dope too. Okay, then we got here some Ghostface Killah. I got Ghostface Killah and Bad Not Good with Sour Soul. A lot of people did not like this album. You know what I mean? Many were very disappointed by it because this is a very different Ghostface Killah, you know what I'm saying? But I personally really love it. I think this is Ghostface Killah's strongest project since Fish Scale. Yeah, really dope shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a different vibe for Ghostface, you know what I'm saying? Because usually people love Ghostface when he just goes in and be on that murderous vibe, But I don't know, man. I like this kind of dialed back, Ghostface Killah, I really love that album, man. And then we got 12 Reasons to Die 2 by Ghostface. Another great project right here. Great follow-up to the first one. and I cannot go wrong with this. Some good shit. And I got The Lost Tapes by Ghostface Killah, which I thought at first it was kind of like a Nas Lost Tapes situation where it included some, unreleased stuff from like 2000s, 90s or something, but it in the end it was just a Big Ghost produced album, released on Dope Media. And yeah, it's a good album. I like it, but it's nothing crazy or whatever. Then we got Blue in Exile with Below the Heavens. Amazing fucking project, man. Amazing project. Just the lyricism by Blue on this one, the production by Exile was just a match made in heaven, bro. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. But that album is incredible, and this was the one that actually kind of brought me back to that current hip hop at the time, because at that time I was just really heavy into the golden era of hip hop, like 90s music and also the 80s, and this one kind of brought me back to the mid to late 2000s. You know what I'm saying? It's like 2007 when this one dropped. And yeah, this album means a lot to me, like a whole lot, bro. I fucking love this record, bro. So good. And then we got Blue in Exile with Give Me My Flowers While I Can Still Smell Them. And this album, and this is the weird thing about Blue, you know what I'm saying? Because this dude is just, at that time he was on a whole different wave, you know what I'm saying? Because he was on the lo-fi tip at that point, you know what I'm saying? Only Blue does something like this, putting out an album, this album digitally in an unmixed, unmastered form, you know what I'm saying? It was very lo-fi sounding. And then sometime later, they decided to, mix it and master it properly and finally release it in a physical form. And of course I copped it. Thought that album was fantastic. And speaking of lo-fi, we got another Blue album, but this is one that he released under the moniker B. Album is called Jesus, and it's also dope as shit. Unfortunately, just very bare bones release right here, with the paper sleeve and all that. But this is some dope shit, produced by Blue himself, and I think, Knowledge is on here, man. Alchemist, Madlib. I mean, come on, bro. This shit is fire. Such a good album, if you ask me. Cannot go wrong with Blue. Then we got Blackalicious. Yep, yet another Blackalicious. My favorite album of theirs, called NIA or NIA. Really fantastic stuff, man. I just love these guys, man. Blackalicious are so dope, man. Then we got Epidemic Intent 2 with the Solution EP. This is one where they teamed up with a Dutch producer, and made it. The thing with Epidemic is every album they approach differently, and this is one EP where they kind of rapped over beats that were more of its time, like 2015 and 2014. Yeah, 2014. Yeah, but this project ended up being solid, but nothing too crazy, if you ask me. Then we got Del the Funky Homo Sapien with Future Development. This is amazing. Really, really amazing. Kind of go back and forth between this and No Need for Alarm. I cannot choose which one I like better, but I'd be lying if I said that this album was not good, man. This shit is absolutely bonkers, man. Fucking love it. And yeah, this one was originally recorded in 1996, came out on tape in 1997. Then, I don't know, like 5 years later, they dropped it on Hyro's website, you know what I'm saying? And, unfortunately, it's just a very simple Papersleeve edition, but still very happy to have it, especially because this album is pretty hard to find on CD. You know? Then we got Lewis Parker with the Puzzle Episode 2, the Glass Ceiling, and this shit is another amazing record by Lewis Parker, bro. Like, Lewis Parker, he has never really released anything whack, man. Like, all the projects he's put out so far have been incredible, and this I probably put right behind Masquerades and Silhouettes, which is still my favorite album of his, but this is a close second, man. Just incredible double disc album. The only thing I don't like about this is that the discs are thrown loose in there, man. I don't like the way the discs were packaged in this. I still have to put them in, you know, some paper sleeves or whatever, just to protect them a little bit more. Then we got a little sampler right here, and this was a sampler that Arsonists put out before they dropped their second album, Date of Birth. And yeah, I got it because it was cheap, you know, just like this Vaudeville Villain album sampler, MF Doom right here. Yeah, 6 tracks from the Vaudeville Villain album. Once again, it was cheap, you know what I'm saying? I thought, as an MF Doom fan, why not, you know? Then we got Theory Has It with extra credit. And Theory Has It, man, bro, if you haven't checked this dude out, go on his Twitter page. Check his fucking instrumentals out on Twitter, because, no, not on Twitter, on Instagram, because this dude's beats and his videos are next level, bro. Like, gotta check him out, man. This dude is amazing when it comes to these beats, man. I mean, this is another really dope album. You know what I'm saying? Bought it because I got it for stupid cheap. It's a promo release, by the way. And ended up loving it, man. Becoming a huge fan of Theory Has It. Then we got Cassette City by Lush Life. This is another promo release. Yeah, very bare bones. Nothing special about it. Bought it because Mr. Tropic One recommended it, but this is one of those albums that I actually have never listened to, you know what I'm saying? But I have to get to it someday, I don't know. Well, now we're gonna get into the actual Digipaks. So here we got Acrobatic with Balance. Dope record, came out in 02 or 03. Amazing album from Boston. You know, Acrobatic, very, very underrated MC. Yeah, fuck with this album heavy, man. Especially the song Remind My Soul, that was in heavy rotation back in 02 when I first heard it. Then we got Atmosphere with God Loves Ugly. Not my favorite album by Atmosphere. I know it sounds blasphemous to say for any Atmosphere fan, but my preference is with Overcast, but God Loves Ugly. Still a great album. You know, very emo. Then we got Apollo Brown and OC with Trophies. Awesome fucking album. Really, really love this one. You know, unfortunately I didn't get the copy with the shiny trophy on it, but on the cover, you know. But the music itself is dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Apollo Brown, especially at that time, you know, he went in on the beats, and OC, of course, is a legend. You know what I'm saying? Very dope MC. So them two together, you can't beat that. You know what I mean? Then we got Beastie Boys with Hello Nasty. Nice Beastie Boys album right here. Their 5th album. Very futuristic sounding and forward thinking, which I love about Beastie Boys, you know. Then we got Benny the Butcher. Tenor Talk 3, man. Fucking amazing. Still waiting for that vinyl reissue, man, because you know, man, the vinyl of Tenor Talk 3, you know, all of the pressings are expensive as hell, man. You know, but this year is the 5th anniversary of Tenor Talk 3, and you never know, it might get a reissue for its 5th anniversary. You know, I'm hopeful that it's gonna happen. You know, because that album is way too good to be, you know, to be that raw, that rare and sought after. You know what I mean? I definitely need that on vinyl, but I'm not paying these Discogs prices for like 200, 300, 400 euros, man. I'm not doing that shit, man. Then we got Plugs Ahmed by Benny the Butcher. Also fantastic, man. Favorite track is Dirty Harry. That beat by Derringer and Beat Butcher, man. Oh my god. So fucking amazing. Also, Crowns for Kings with Black Dot and 18 Wheeler with Pusha T. It's fucking dope, man. I super duper fucking love that EP. It's very short, but man, this is so good. Then we got the Blabbermouth LP, some Dutch hip hop, you know, very much in the same vein as Fudgemunk, you know, if you love Chip Fu from the Fudgemunk, you can pretty much get that full album runtime with this, you know what I'm saying? Because Blabbermouth is very reminiscent of Chip Fu from the Fudgemunk, you know what I mean? Okay, then we got Blackalicious, The Craft. Not their best album, but still really good if you ask me, you know. Blackalicious, you cannot go wrong with them, man. They always put out great music, just like this, Imani Volume 1. Unfortunately, this was the last album they were able to put out, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't know, sometime after this, you know, Gift the Gap unfortunately died. And that was like last year or a couple of years ago. But yeah, man, such a tragic loss, man. You know, rest in peace, Gift the Gap. Then we got some Blue stuff, Open. This is a whole album produced by Blue, where he has a bunch of feature guests on here. Really dope shit. Fuck with it. We got Her Favorite Color by Blue. Another really solid lo-fi Blue project. And we got Blue and Bombay with Good to Be Home. An album, a double disc album, which is really dope, you know. Yeah, Blue just telling stories from his hood and all that stuff, man. It's really nice. It's very, very weirdly mixed and mastered, you know what I'm saying? Like, the sound of it is, you know, very lo-fi, like super duper lo-fi. And I mean, I know what they were getting for what they were going for with this, you know what I'm saying? They kind of wanted to make it sound like an old cassette tape recording or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Very old school, vintage sounding, you know, in terms of the sonics. And they kind of achieved that, but still, man, the mixing and mastering could have been a little bit better, if you ask me. Then we got Blue and Exile with In the Beginning, Before the Heavens. This is also incredible. This is stuff that basically predates Below the Heavens. And it's just incredible. Really love that album. Then we got Bumpy Knuckles with Crazy Like a Fox. Really rare. Hard to come by these days. You know, I found this 5-6 years ago for 20 some odd bucks, and did not regret the purchase, man. This is fire. Absolute fire, bro. Then we got The Divorce by Dakha. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me today, man, but yeah, this is some stuff I bought because he, I think, is affiliated with Edon, and anyone who knows me, I'm an Edon stan, bro. And one of my favorite artists of all time. Then we got Doppelgangers with Lone Sharks, Deluxe Edition. And this was, you know, I think Misanthropic One's favorite album of 2012, I think. Ended up being also one of my top 3 albums of 2012. Maybe even my favorite, because this shit was fucking phenomenal. Yeah, the beats and the ROMs on this shit are fucking amazing. You cannot go wrong with this. Then we got Elder Sensei with Relax Relate Release. Came out in 02. This was well after, you know, Artifacts put out their second album. And this is dope, man. I especially love the song Summertime Blues. Dope as shit, man. Then we got The Basement Tapes Volume 1. Right to Remain Violent by Epidemic and Dreamtech. I don't think I talked about this before when I showed my hip-hop tape collection. And this is really dope, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want some beats a la Jedi Mind Tricks and some dope lyrical miracle rap, this is it. Then we got Finster Bundy 101 The High. This is a 90s tapes release. Absolutely phenomenal stuff, man. Finster Bundy, they're legends in the underground. You know, they put out a string of random rap 12-inch singles in the 90s, and yeah, man, they're legends in the game, bro. And when I saw this, I had to cop it. I even copped the vinyl for it because Finster Bundy is just incredible. Then we got another compilation, Godfather Don with Beats, Bangers, and Biscuits at 535 E 55th Street. Weird title, but amazing compilation. You know what I'm saying? Every single track, every single song on here is just blazing, man. Godfather Don, you can never go wrong with him. And actually, he has another EP dropping, you know, with Debonair P. Check it out. It's really dope. At least when it comes to the snippets, because I've heard some of the snippets on SoundCloud and that shit sounded really dope. So yeah, then we got Jay Dilla with Jay Stay Paid. It's like a mixtape type deal. It's dope. You know, has some vocal tracks, some straight up beats. Then we got JJ Doom with Key to the Cuss. One of the weaker MF Doom albums, you know what I'm saying? MF Doom, lyrically, he was cool, and Gennaro Jarrell's production was fine, but it's not anything out of the ordinary or super amazing, if you ask me. Then we got Joey Badass with Before the Money. Love Joey Badass, you know what I mean? One of the best young rappers in the game, you know? This dude is just dope, man. Really dope. Especially love the song Christ Conscious on this one. Dope as hell, man. Then we got Jurassic 5 with J5 Deluxe reissue. So you can see, man, the Digipak is pretty beat up. It has seen better days, but I found it for cheap, man. I paid like $2-3 for it. And yeah, you get the EP or LP, whatever it is. You get some bonus music on here and a bonus DVD for $3, $2-3. I'm copping it regardless of the condition, you know. Then we got Melanin 9 with 144,000. It's like a mixtape type deal. I fucking love it. Melanin 9 for me is probably the best lyricist from the UK. And I definitely had to cop this. This shit is incredible. Then we got Nas with Life is Good. Good album, man. Really like this a lot, man. This was actually a lot better than the album that came out before this called Distant Relatives. The album that he did with Bob Marley's son, Damian Marley. Then we got Non-Profits with Hope. This is dope shit also. Really digging this, you know, with Sage Francis. Very underrated album. No one really talks about it, but I love it. Then we got Odyssey with 2 What End. This was actually the latest CD that I bought. I actually got it together with my vinyl copy. And yeah, love this one, especially for the song The Way. Amazing stuff. Then we got Omniscience with God Hour. This was, I think, a 2014 release. now 2015. And yeah, this is the only way to get the full album is when you get it on CD. Unfortunately, the CD is sold out. There are only 300 copies pressed of this, and this is really dope because disc 1 has the original album, and then you got disc 2, the same album entirely remixed, and this shit is dope as fuck. Then we got the Paranormal with the Fundamentals, a tribute to jazz, also fantastic. I'm fucking with this heavy, man. This is some nice jazz hop, you know what I mean? My favorite Paranormal album. Shoutouts to him, man. He's a good dude, you know what I mean? Then we got Pheromone with War, We Are Renegades. This one came out, I think, 5 years. Yeah, I think 5 years after Desire. It's my third favorite Pharaoh album. This shit is really dope. I mean, you can never go wrong with Pharaoh, man. And then we got my second favorite Pharaoh album, Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder. This shit is insane, bro. 2014 is the year on this one. Just incredible. Oh man, especially the song Rapid Eye Movement with Black Thought. Bruh. Fire, bro. And albums like this, man, are the reasons why Pheromone is my favorite MC of all time, man. Just ridiculous MC, bro. The way he goes in, his lyricism, all of that shit, it's just top notch. You know what I mean? Then we got P-Rock with Peach Instrumentals. This is stuff that he recorded, I think, from 1995 to 1998, I believe. This was released on BBE Records. Shit's really dope, man. Really, really dope. Yeah, man. And also this CD version has What You're Waiting For, which my vinyl copy doesn't, so... Yep. Fucking with this heavy, man. Peach Instrumentals. Very, very influential on me and my beats. Then we got Pete Rock and Smith & Wesson with Momento. This was alright, It's nothing crazy, but the song that I really fuck with on here is... What was it again? That's Hard, man. That's Hard with Sean Price and Styles P. Bruh, that song, man. Insane. Then we got some Madlib, Quasimodo, Yes Sir, Whatever. This is a compilation, I think. Yeah, man. Entirely produced by Madlib. Rapped by Madlib as well. Of course, as is. Fuck with this heavy, man. This is so dope. I love that album. This is amazing. Then we got Quell. And I talked about this dude before. Quell is one of my favorite lyricists of all time. Just stupid underrated. Nobody talks about him. And people should talk about him because this dude is just crazy with the bars, man. You know what I mean? Incredible guy on the mic. Then we got Dark Day by Quell and Jackson Jones. Bro, I keep referring back to that one song, Blood from the Stone, bro. Insane, dog. Just insane, man. Then we got another Quell right here. Freezer Burner. Also ridiculous, bro. Like, man. Quell is just next level, bro. The New Wine by Quell and Kip Gilligan. Kill Again. Also dope as shit. You know what I mean? Love Quell. And we got another Quell right here. Owl by Quell and Maker. It's also amazing. Fucking love it. Alright, then we move on to some random acts. It's Black Milk, Sean Price, and Danny Brown, I believe. or some other guy, man. I don't know. But this is, oh yeah, the other guy I think was Guilty Simpson. Yeah. Fucking dope. Love it. Got a whole bunch of Rock Marciano. We got Marsberg. This most influential album of the 2010s. I don't care what anyone says. This inspired a whole new generation of MCs, man. This album is absolutely phenomenal. Marsberg. Yep, and then we got Reloaded, which is my favorite Rock Marciano album to this day. He took everything that he did on Marsberg and just improved on it, made it better, and made it more deep, grandiose. It's just incredible. Reloaded. And then we got Rosebud's Revenge, which is also incredible. Damn, I love this album, man. This is so good. You know, you can never go wrong with rock. Got Rosebud's Revenge 2, The Bitter Dose, with one of my all-time favorite Marcy tracks on here called Power. That song, bro. Best way to close up an album, man. Fucking amazing. And then we got Behold the Dark Horse by Rock Marcy. Another incredible record. Yeah, it's just, bro, Rock Marciano is just the next level, man. I just can't help but love this guy's music, bro. He's just one of the illest MCs of all time, bro, if you ask me. Then we got Flowers for My Father by Sadistic. Very emotional, heartfelt album. Really amazing stuff, especially for someone who has lost his parent as well. This means a lot to me, you know. Then we got Saya and Yeshua the Poet with the Visuals Anthology. This is originally released as an EP on Fondlin Records, I think, back in the mid-90s or something, you know. Was then, you know, reissued with a whole bunch of bonus tracks as this compilation right here. And this shit is incredible as well. Then we got Surreal and the Sound Providers with True Indeed. This was my soundtrack of 06, 07. Bumped this heavy, man. This was just incredible, man. I fucking love that album. So good. Such good jazz rap. And then we got Sparrow with the Jacob Theology. It's been a while since I've heard it. I don't remember too much from it, to be honest. I just remember hearing it one time, you know, when I first copped it and really digging it, but I have to listen to it again because it's been quite a while. Then we got For the Record by Torre. Amazing shit. Really love this one right here. Some dope stuff, you know. Torre, very underrated MC. Then we got Uman with the Black Rose Certificate. This was released on Ill Adrenaline Records. And Umang, talked about him before. Good friend of mine. Very dope MC. You know, cannot go wrong with his music right here. Especially when it's produced by someone like BBC Darnay, who is another very good friend of mine and very dope producer. And then to round this whole part up, Travel at Your Own Pace by Wise Society. Once again, Insight and Damu the Fudgemunk, who I talked about in the beginning of the video. Incredible record. I really love this album. This was the album that Tres Records decided to release, and the album is still get bumped to this day, man. I just really loved this particular album right here. It's incredible. So yeah, that's it. That's my hip hop CD collection part 12. And yeah, that's it for the CDs. Now I might do another video regarding my hip hop CDs, but where I'm gonna talk about the rarest albums in my collection, the rarest CDs in my collection. You know what I'm saying? I have to do a little bit of a research on Discogs. You know, find out, you know, which album sold at its highest, you know, sold at the median. Also take a look at how much, you know, these highest selling records are being sold for right now and shit. You know, I might do that video, yeah, just show my 10 rarest CDs, and then after that I'm going to probably show you my fragrance collection, and after that I will move on to my movies. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because yeah, my vinyl collection, it just keeps on changing. It's ever changing, man. I'm sorting out albums, I'm adding new ones, you know what I'm saying? It never stays the same, you know what I'm saying? And I think when I'm getting to a point where I'm comfortable with the collection as it is, without me having to add new albums or sorting out albums, I think that's where I will be the most comfortable recording my vinyl collection. In the meantime, I can also think about how I can present it, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said in the last part, you know, showing a vinyl record is much different than a CD, you know what I'm saying? Because I have my table right here, I could put the CD here, and it, you know, it fits in a frame, you know what I'm saying? But with a vinyl record, it's you have like a size that's 4 times the CD release, you know what I'm saying? And I have to figure out how to record that. But yeah, the next video will more than likely be my top 10 rarest albums in my collection, my rarest CDs in my collection, and then from there I will move on to the fragrances, then to the movies, and then at the end I'm gonna show y'all my vinyl collection. You know, if there is some type of demand, I might squeeze some vinyl videos here and there, you know, just to mix it up a little bit. I don't know. We'll see as time progresses. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for watching, and for sticking with me for like 2 years or so where I've been recording these CD collection videos. I know these came in very, very big time frames in between. You know, it's been a long-winded process, but yeah, but I completed it, and that's all that matters, you know what I mean? And I can move on to the next thing. So yeah, keep it cool, guys. Have a great one, alright? Take care.